Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and I create all kinds of beauty content here on my channel. And today especially, I wanted to dip back into one of my newer palettes that I got that I used once and I just set aside. And that palette in particular is of course the McGrath Huetopian Dream. This is what she looks like right here. I want to use this today and create a really pretty look, and I thought, you know what, why don't I just bring you guys along with me? Let's do a little eye look. So if that sounds good to you, then just keep on watching. Okay, before we get into it, I want to do just like a quick little status update on a product I just tried and reviewed. So if you guys would have saw my last video, it would have been on this mini cheek duo and the mini Biba palette that was just released from Natasha Denona. And I will have to say, if you look at my blush game, it was the top layer. There was totally a hard top layer on this blush, and I don't know if you can even tell like the textural difference around the edges of the pan. You see here it looks a lot more dry around the edges and very smooth and creamy on the inside. It was definitely like a hard layer on the top. So I just wanted to throw that in the universe real quick before we get started for any of my regulars. If you were wondering what was up with the blush, if I tried it again and if I got a better result, there's an answer. But let's go ahead and get started. I am going to use this Huetopian Dream palette, and unfortunately I don't know any of the shade names, but I'll go ahead and show them to you, everything when we use it, whatnot. I have already primed my eyelids with my MAC Paint Pot in Layin Low, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with this shade right here, and I'm using a Morphe M573 for this. Just want to put this all through my crease and outer corner. I'm going to wing it out just slightly, but not too much. I don't really want to go for anything crazy today. Just want something nice and pretty. So I hope everybody had a very good holiday. Leave me down in the comments what everybody got for Christmas, your best moment from spending time with your family or your loved ones or whoever for the holidays. It doesn't just have to be family, you know. You can spend time with anybody. But let me know what your best moment from the holidays was so far. Mine would have to be when my kids opened presents. It was so special. My son Anthony is 2 years old now, so that means he's really like getting interested in stuff. He's really wanting to get into it all. He wants to know how everything works, what it does, and why. And he was just like tearing through everything. Every single toy, he had to play with everything at least 5 times. And it was just so fun to see them enjoy it. And of course, Teddy's a little bit younger. He's only like 15, 16 months at this point. And he wasn't as interested in like opening of the presents, but he was definitely down to play with some toys. I'm gonna grab a rougher 15 and I'm gonna go into this like corally pink shade right here. I'm gonna see what it does. I haven't used this shade yet, so I'm interested. And I'm going to dust this right on the inner half of my eye into that first shade. Really making sure to get into the inner corner up to the brow bone. I'm going to go back in with that first brush in a minute to blend things out. I'm just laying down the color right now. But like I said, my favorite memory or experience or whatever have you from this holiday was definitely opening presents with the kids. It was so special. And I can't wait to do it again next year. They just had such a good time and they were so happy and it was beautiful. And if you have kids, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. That just warms your heart. Actually, I don't even think I need to go back in and blend those right now. I'm going to leave those because that brush kind of did it for me. I'm going to take a flat shader brush. It's from Morphe. It doesn't have a name, or I'd tell you. But I'm going to dip into this chocolate brown right here. And I'm going to focus this right here on my outer corner. I'm just patting motions. I'm just laying that color down here. And I'm also going to sweep it right under the bottom lash line while we're at it. Connect those two corners up. And I kind of did that to kind of give me a guideline for my eye shape a little bit. I'm just going to smoke it out a little. And same thing over here, or focusing it in that outer portion of my eye. It's right here. Just patting it down, building up that color. Did you guys get anything exciting for Christmas, or as gifts, or as anything? I don't really know like what the proper thing to say in the case of not celebrating Christmas. So feel free to correct me down in the comments. I always love being more educated. And I'm just doing my lower lash line yet again. Same deal here, just bringing it up. And whatever's left on the brush, I'm taking all the way up on either side and just following that line that I had made. And I'm just using the remainder on the brush to kind of blend into that pink that's right there. So we have a nice little gradient of depth in our outer corner. Now I don't have the Intensivize stick, so I am going to just use some good old NYX glitter glue. I'm going to pop that on my eyelid, and then I'll put down a shimmer shade. Just tapping it. I'm going to want the most opacity. I want to use a shade that I haven't used before, but I also want to use this purple. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to take this pink and I'm going to lay that down first, and then I'm going to take the purple and place on top. And so I'm just picking up some of that pink on a rougher number 2 brush, and I'm popping that all over my lid. So I'm just doing the same thing over here. I'm just taking the shade and placing it downward with the primer, and then I'm going to carve out kind of like a bigger shade above my natural crease where my little fold is, and make it like a faux crease moment, because I've really been loving doing that lately. It's like the same effect almost, well pretty much, and way less work. And I am not opposed to that at all. Okay, this is what we are looking like so far. It's just this pretty pink fantasy on our eyes, but we're gonna kick it up just a notch, and I'm gonna dip into that special purple shade on the end. I love it so much. It is so pretty, and I'm gonna try to build this up. I'm just taking my finger and blending the two edges of the colors. What I did was I placed down that purple in almost like an upside down triangle, so it's thinner towards the base of my lashes, and as it goes out towards the brow, the triangle expands and covers more surface area on my eyelid. And I just love how that purple just catches the light and reflects. It's gorgeous. Back to what we were talking about though, guys. So what did you guys get for Christmas? Personally, I didn't get much of anything as a Christmas gift per se. We did really focus on the kids this year. We were more worried about them having like the perfect Christmas, more so than like worrying about if we got gifts. And I mean, honestly, if we want something, we buy it anyway. And talking, I just put the eyeshadow on the opposite way, but it's okay. Because I can just blow it out everywhere, it's not a big deal. It really didn't take much to match the other eye. Now, I want to keep that inner corner kind of just with that pink. I'm taking just like the remainders of what's on my brush and I'm just sweeping the purple over those other shadows because it is more of like that toppery shade. It just has that colored glittery reflect. The base is a lot more sheer. So I kind of just spread it everywhere and just like look at it catch the light. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the bottom lash line. I'm going to take a rougher number 3 and I'm going to dip into that chocolate brown right here on the end. And I'm just going to buff that down along my lower lash line. Only taking it like halfway in. And I'm making sure to keep it pretty close. I don't want to smoke it out too much today. Alright, with my little Nune Morphe brush, per usual, I'm going to do an inner corner highlight. And I'm going to use this shade right here, this very light champagne-y shimmer. And I'm just going to use that to load up my inner corner. I wonder what it would look like with that pink Astral Blitz shade on top. I think I'm going to try it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Okay. So I'm going to dip into that like more pinky Astral Blitz shade. And I'm going to pop it right, oh, Fallout City, bad idea, bad idea. Is it going to look like it's worth it? I mean, kind of. Very intense inner corner. Very intense. I picked up way too much shadow on my brush. And I was already in it. I couldn't back out. I couldn't bail. I was done. I was done for. That's alright. And I'm just blending that up into that pink. Not quite covering up all the pink. I'm just leaving just a little strip of the pink left in between this one and the inner corner, and then the purple. Just a little of the pink is left on the lid. And whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to run that above on my brow bone. Because y'all know I just picked up like a metric ton of eyeshadow on this brush. So I might as well use it for something. Alright, we are highlighted. Let's do some eyeliner. I think I'm just going to use a brown one. I'm going to use this. This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio in Bold Brown. It's one of my go-tos. I use it all the time. I'm just going to line my inner rim halfway. And do the upper lash line. I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes, pop on some lashes, put on mascara. You know the gist. Find a lip, and I will be right back, guys. Alright guys, so this is the finished completed look with the Pat McGrath Huetopian Dream Palette. What do you guys think about this look that I've created? I really love it. You know guys, I like it to sparkle, I like to shine. Anything glittery, sparkly, I love it. So this pink and purple dream on my eyes perfectly suits me. And if you guys are wondering about anything else on my face today, then you'll be able to find everything listed for you for your convenience and down in the description box. So until next time guys, I really hope that you enjoyed sitting down with me and playing in the makeup, and that I could inspire you to create a look with a palette you already own, or maybe I helped you make the decision to buy the palette. Either way, I hope you had a good time. Please consider subscribing before you leave my channel, and also give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you know, depending on how you really felt about this video. And please do that because it does help my channel. Either way that you vote, it helps. But like I said, until next time, guys, bye.